Alright guys, this is going to be a little bit of a more sensitive video, but I gotta stay honest with you guys. I gotta cover these types of things. Hollywood wants to get political, and I have to respond to it. I have to call out their BS, so that's exactly what I'm going to be doing in this video. We're going to be talking about the Georgia abortion laws that have passed recently, which introduces the heartbeat bill, which, basically, if a baby has a heartbeat, you can't kill it. Seems pretty reasonable to me. I think that's a pretty reasonable thing to have as a bill. But there's a lot of people in Hollywood who are upset about this, who are upset that a woman can't have the right to kill their baby after it has a heartbeat. Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening right now. There are so many people in Hollywood who are now extremely upset about this and are threatening to pull their support in Georgia because a lot of people do a lot of filming in Georgia. A lot of production takes place in Georgia from Hollywood. A lot of people are threatening to pull support from Georgia if this bill passes. Even Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, a family-friendly children's company, is threatening to, or he isn't really threatening, he's saying that it'll be very difficult to continue to shoot in Georgia. So I guess he's passive-aggressively threatening. So this is what his quote is here. I think many people who work for us will not want to work there. We will need to heed their wishes in that regard. Right now, we're watching it very carefully. I don't see how it's practical for us to continue to shoot there. So basically, it's talking about, the Georgia, because Disney does a lot of filming in Georgia. That's where a lot of the Marvel movies are filmed, I know. I believe Star Wars has done some filming in Georgia as well. And then we have people like Sophie Turner, who played Sansa in Game of Thrones, who is saying that she can't work in these states with pro-life laws. So the point that I want to get to, where's her actual quote here? Let me see. Turner would agree with Chastain and indicate she signed the letter as well. I signed it too. I have yet to tell my agents I signed it, she added. They're going to be like, what? You can't work in these states? Yeah, I can't work in these states. Oh, man. And you know what? I'm calling BS on all of this. I am absolutely calling BS on Hollywood for saying this. I'm calling BS on Sophie Turner for saying this. Do you know why? Because let's say that, hypothetically speaking, every single state in the U.S. passed a heartbeat bill. What if tomorrow every single state passed a heartbeat bill? Does that mean that you're going to stop working? Does that mean that Disney is going to completely stop filming movies in the U.S. altogether? Does that mean that Sophie Turner is not going to pick up any work anywhere in the U.S.? No, that is not what is going to happen. If something like that happened, if there was hypothetically a heartbeat bill that passed in every single state in the U.S., they would continue to work. I mean, Sophie Turner played Sansa in Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was primarily filmed in Ireland. During the filming of Game of Thrones, there was a really strict abortion bill in Ireland. It was entirely banned. It was entirely banned in Ireland. Yeah. But she continued to work on Game of Thrones in Ireland. Game of Thrones also filmed in places like Croatia, where it was, according to Knox here, who is a follower of mine, who posted this very helpful thing on a tweet that I did about this. He says, Game of Thrones main locations and abortion laws. Croatia, illegal after 10 weeks. Ireland, recently changed but was entirely banned. Spain, illegal after 14 weeks, barring threats to the mother. Morocco, illegal except for threats to mother, incest, rape. And then he basically says, Sophie Turner is being completely hypocritical here. She is. She is being absolutely hypocritical here. Everyone who is saying this is the biggest virtue signaling I have ever seen yet from Hollywood. Okay? That's exactly what this is. They're basically saying, taking a stand for women and saying that they are going to completely stop
working in Georgia if this pro-life bill passes.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead with that, Hollywood. I'm totally fine with that, you know? Netflix is also saying the same thing, you know? But you know what? Capitalism wins. We can speak with our wallets. You know, if Disney decides that they're going to completely stop filming in Georgia because of this bill, if Disney actually decides that, then I am probably going to stop going to see Disney movies in theaters. Do you know why? Because that is stepping over. They've already been stepping over lines as when it comes to politics, but that is stepping over a huge line. Okay. Because when you get to the point that you refuse to work in a state because of a single type of law that they have, that is absolutely ridiculous in every sense of the word. Okay, but that is exactly what they're doing. They're continuing to push their political narrative because that's all that they think about. All they care about are politics. They don't care about stories anymore. They don't care about entertainment anymore. These people aren't acting like entertainers. They're acting like second-rate politicians almost, and it's ridiculous. That's not what I want in my entertainment. This whole thing is just insane. There's so much hypocrisy in this entire situation. There's so much virtue signaling, and the whole thing is just absolutely disgusting. Anyway, those are just my thoughts about the situation. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this situation, because unlike people like Hollywood, unlike people like the mainstream media, unlike people like SJWs, leftists, I will respect your opinion no matter what opinion you have, even if you disagree with me. If you disagree with me, go ahead. Tell me in the comments. That is totally fine and welcome here. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then consider subscribing to the channel, and I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.